Hey, what's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Kmo coming back with another reaction video for you. But first, we got to do a quick shout out to Mohammed Kadur. Hope I'm kind of close with that one. I've been subscribed for a while. Give me a shout out, Mo from Australia. Mo, I apologize for making you wait. It's my bad. But here's your shout out. I hope it was worth the wait. And I purposely attached this shout out to Dave Chappelle. How old is 15 really? I can only assume where he's going to go with that, but I know now with Dave, never to assume you know where he's going to go with it. With that out of the way, let's get this going.
All our stars, man. R. Kelly pissed on his victim. I know, it was rough. But I mean, again, I can't even judge R. Kelly. First of all, we don't know if these allegations are true, and not even if they are true. If you want to know how I feel about it honestly, if a man cannot pee on his fans, I don't want to be in show business anymore because, well, that's why I got in the game, baby. I got dreams too. You guys are confusing the issue. While you guys are busy worrying about if R. Kelly even peed on this girl or not, you're not asking yourself the real question that America needs to decide once and for all. And that question is, how old is 15 really? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not saying that a person is as smart as they're going to be at 15. That's not what I'm saying, man. But I am saying 15 to me is old enough to decide whether or not you want to be pissed on. I mean, that's me. If you can't make a decision like that by the time you're 15, then just give up, motherfucker.
I would 100% agree
because
with
life
that.
is way harder than that. I make tougher decisions all the time. If you don't want to get pissed on, just get the fuck out of the way. It's not even a decision. If I start peeing on the front row, they're not going to have to calculate and think, oh, how do I feel about this? Am I okay with it? They just move.
If you're in the state of California, if you're 15, you are old enough to have a learner's permit, so you can like technically drive on the road. You have to be with a licensed driver, but that's the rule here in California. And unless the rules have changed since I got a license. But I'm just like, that should be old enough to know. I mean, again, he's totally joking. I love that this is where he's going with it, but his jokes often have a line of like, hey, that's a good point. Like, hey, that's right. And I'm 100% with him. Like, if you're old enough to be in a car on the road with other drivers, making adult decisions about killing people or not, because of your stupid, whatever you do, I think that this is a valid argument. I'm gonna say I'm on board with this argument. Do I want to be pissed on? Well, by who? Like that's 15. Because like I think like 14, 13. Like, do I want to be pissed on? I guess. You're not even asking who. You're just like, I guess. Sure. Do you want a golden shower? Yeah, I guess. That sounds like it's rich and I'll be clean. Like, you don't. Just kind of joking, guys. But in reality, 15. Do I want to be pissed on? By who? Let's face it. We're all going to be like, by who? At 15. 16, you might be like, no. 15, you might be like, by who?
You can do that at 15. I could have. I've been 15. When I was 15, I was doing stand-up in nightclubs and smoked reefer from time to time. Friends were selling crack. I was trying to finger fuck people. I knew what was happening around me to some degree. Getting pissed on was the least of my worries at 15. Trust me.
He started standing up.
But it keeps coming up. There's a lot of confusion around that age. Anytime 15 comes up, people freak out. Like when that girl, Elizabeth Smart, got kidnapped. Right? Remember in Utah last year, 15-year-old girl Elizabeth Smart was kidnapped, and then they finally found her, and the whole country was relieved. And I was the only one saying, damn, she wasn't that smart after all. Now, because she got kidnapped, that could happen to anybody. I'm not knocking her for that. I'm just saying, if you kidnapped me when I was 15, you gotta take me further than 8 miles away from my house, man. God damn. Can't hold me prisoner around shit I recognize. I'll break away. I'll break away. Fuck off me, nigga. That's my bus stop. I know where I'm at. I'm going home.
A very good point. Again, very good point. Yeah, it's different state at least.
She was missing for 6 months, 8 miles away from my house. That's 2 exits, man. That's nothing. And while she was missing, during this half a year that this girl is missing, there's a 7-year-old black girl gets kidnapped in Philadelphia. Nobody knows her name. They might have talked about her 2 or 3 times on the news, but she should have been the top story because she chewed through the ropes and had both of these motherfuckers in jail in 45 minutes flat. 7 years old.
Wow.
I'm not making this up.
I didn't hear about that story, but I believe it.
These 2 crackheads kidnapped her and took her back to the crack house and tied her up. And then they left her. The crackheads, they got to make moves. Crack, smoke, chocolate to eat. These motherfuckers made moves. It was out. But as soon as they left, this little girl got the nibbling. She was kidnapped at 4 o'clock and at home watching herself on the news at 5:30. That shit is crazy. That's a news story. That is a news story. Now, meanwhile, in Utah, 15-year-old Elizabeth Smart's captors left her alone, too. And they didn't even tie her up because they're hillbillies. They just bounced. Don't try to escape, bitch, or we'll kill you. Be right back. They leave. And she's 15, sitting in the house by herself. How am I going to get out of this? Come on, Elizabeth, think. Think, Elizabeth, how am I going to get out of here? Why don't you just open the fucking door and go outside? Have you thought about that? Do you have a quarter? Do you know your phone number? You're 15, bitch, run. Stop thinking and stop making moves. I know I sound mean, and I know what the people are thinking when I'm saying this. Dave, she is only 15. All right, but that's the discrepancy, because when you talk about a little girl like Elizabeth Smart, then the country feels like 15 is so young and so innocent. On the flip side, here comes 15 again. Now we talking about a 15-year-old black kid in Florida. This black kid accidentally killed his neighbor when he's practicing wrestling moves that he saw on TV. Now, was he a kid? No. They gave him life. They always try our 15-year-olds as adults. This nigger knew what he was doing. It's a goddamn pile driver. If this kid gets on the ropes, there's no stopping him. You'd have to send the Rock to arrest him.
100% agree with him on this. I love how he lays the dots out for you, but you don't know how they connect until he connects them for you. Most times, sometimes you can kind of see how they're going to connect beforehand, but that was brilliant right there. This is why he gets mad respect, and he, like you said, he's been doing it since he's 15.
And they gave a 15-year-old boy life in jail. If you think that it's okay to give him life in jail, then it should be legal to pee on him. That's all I'm saying. You got to make up your mind across the board how old 15 actually is.
100%.
That's all I'm saying.
100%.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody comes in here and puts a gun in my head and says, Chappelle, you got a choice to make. You're either going to jail for a month or we'll let you go, but you got to let R. Kelly pee on you. I'm not hesitating. Bring in R. Kelly and tell him to stay away from my ass.
Okay, guys, that was Dave Chappelle. How old is 15 really? If you guys can please like this video, share, comment, subscribe. If you do subscribe, put in the comment section, I subscribe so I can reach out to you and thank you personally. Also, I recently released a original video, like original content of me writing and performing a joke in the style of Anthony Jeselnik. I'm going to link it at the end of this video. If you could please watch it, show it some love, I would appreciate it. With that out of the way, I'll see you guys next time.